Good day, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful night. You have a wonderful day today. As part of the plan we had from yesterday, which I promised to actually have another scholarship video for you today, I'm going to uh, be sharing with you another opportunity that you can actually use to migrate to Europe today. Okay, so if you are planning to move to Europe, then I would say that you should actually stay tuned in this live stream because today we are talking about another university where you can get full funding for your master program. Okay, so Polimi, which is Polytechnic of Milano, Polytechnic University of Milano. So today we are talking differently about another university entirely, and I will be sharing my screen shortly. So just the way we did it yesterday, we will share my screen, give you a run through of the scholarship, how you can apply, right? I will also give you a walkthrough about the deadline. I'm always very concerned about deadline. I will also walk you through about the deadline and also step by step on how you can actually apply the list of program. And this will be brief. Make sure you drop all your question. If you have any question, you want to make sure you drop all of these questions. Okay. So I will just take 1 minute to actually get some things fixed. So I'm going to mute my microphone right now and turn off my camera, but I'll be back in just 1 minute. I'll be back in 1 minute. So stay tuned, please. Okay, thank you very much for the audience. Thank you very much for allowing me. Okay, so I just went to get my phone so that I can also inform those who are on the WhatsApp platform that we are now live before I start sharing my screen, because some people actually later reached out to me yesterday that they are not able to um, join because I did not inform them on time. So, uh, if you are joining this live stream or if you are joining my live stream right now, please let me know the country where you are joining from right now. Kindly let me know where you are joining from right now, why I share the live stream to people on our WhatsApp platform. You also want to invite your friends and family, right, who are actually looking for opportunity to move to Europe. So if you are one of the individuals who actually want to move to Europe and you are looking for a very affordable way to move to Europe, then I will also say you should try to subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss out on any important information. Oh, wow. Okay, Awa was here yesterday actually. I'm glad you are also here again today. So, like I said, this is going to be a 7 days live stream. So, for every of these 7 days, I will bring you one school at a time. Okay, and I will walk you through the scholarship information and how to apply to these schools. Okay, so if you've not subscribed, don't miss out. Don't miss out. Okay, don't miss out. Don't miss out. Okay, so now let's. Okay, so I just share it to. I just shared to WhatsApp now. So now today we are talking about another exciting opportunity, especially for those who want to move to Europe. So let me get the link up now. So I want to open the page and share my screen. So this actually cover your full cost of tuition. Okay, so you might be thinking, what is this going to cover? So this is going to cover the uh, offer actually cover 100 full tuition fee waiver to students enrolling in one of the degrees that are being taught in English. Okay, we're also going to look at the uh, we're also going to look at the sorry, trying to get all the links up. Okay, so let's open the page that says how to apply. Okay, then okay, so I think we have 4 pages to okay, I think we are good now. So I have all the links ready. So I will share my screen right now. Sorry for the delay. I'll just share my screen right now. Then start the process. Oh, Okay, so sorry for that. I have a call with my director. Okay, so today we are looking at, let me put it in full screen so that you can see it clearly. So if you zoom it here, so for those who might be asking for the name for the school, this is the name of the school. So I know some people don't care about the information, they just want to know the school name and get off. So if you want to get the school name, this is the school name. So we are talking about Padua today. So they offer 100 tuition fee waiver for students that are enrolling in their English taught program. And if you are one of these individuals that actually apply to Padua, you are able to get different funding opportunity, especially as an international student. But one thing you need to know is that there are process that you need to follow, and one of the thing I will also say is don't just look at the fee waiver opportunity. You also need to come here. This particular one that says invest your talent. So every year, this is also open for international students. So you might also want to check this out because this is one of the top funding opportunity. And if you look at it here, it said the program offer full funding scholarship package that also includes subsistence allowance. Okay. So now that I just show you the school name, some people might get off. There are a lot of information that I will be sharing with you in this live stream. So you want to make sure that you stick around and you also make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss out on any important information. Okay, so the fee waiver is not the only thing, like I said. There are a lot of opportunity here. They also have the apples. The apples is also open every year for those who are looking for master degree programs. Okay, so if you are going to move to Europe, you need to find information. And what type of information are you actually looking for? You are looking for information about what is possible for you, right? And how can you process them? How do you apply? How do you find your program? All of these are the things that actually interest you, right? So this is one of the reasons that this channel has been created for. Okay, so you want to check out the different ones that are here, but the one I'm majorly focused on is the Invest Your Talent, and also we have the other regional ones that are also assigned or given to students or international students every year. Okay, so that is that. Now let's go to how to apply majorly for those who are looking for English taught program or especially international students. Okay, so if you come to this section, you will see the step-by-step procedure that we need to actually follow. Okay, as an international student. So if you follow this procedure, then you also need to come to this section to see the timeline. So the timeline means the deadline. Okay, so the deadline for this is actually very, very important for international students who are applying for programs. So the application already opened earlier this week, or should I say 2 weeks now. So and the deadline is going to actually be in February, 2nd of February. So no matter what you want to do, you want to make sure you submit your application. Like I said yesterday, you want to make sure you submit your application at least 30 days before the given deadline, so that you give yourself the room, the space to actually tidy up your documents, right, and also uh, get everything that you need to do uh, just together. Okay. So if you miss this deadline, maybe you are occupied, you have one or two things to actually fix out or to fix, you can try to meet up with this second deadline or this second call, which is going to start in March of next year. Okay. So let me check. Can you all hear me, please? Can you hear me, please? Say my screen, my screen. What is screen? Okay, my screen is blurry. Is it clear now? let me go back. Is my screen clear now? Please let me know that. Is my screen clear now? Someone can just drop a comment to let me know the state of my screen before I continue. Because I want you to see what I'm sharing with you. Is my screen clear now? Someone can just drop a comment before we continue. Yeah, I love all you do. Thank you. Thank you, Liam. I'm happy you actually love what I'm doing here. Okay. Okay. Awa said yes. Okay. So that means I can continue before we look at the programs. Okay. So if you don't meet up with the first deadline, you can actually look out to apply to the second deadline, which is 2nd of March, actually, to 2nd of May. Okay, so this is a very good opportunity for you. And one thing I always love to do is to bring you program or universities even before the deadline actually comes. Okay, so if you look at the deadline right here, you can see that this third deadline or this third call is only for EU citizen and non-EU citizen that actually reside in Italy. Okay, so this is if you've actually uh, moved to Italy as at the time of this third call. If not, you should look into the first and second call application for you to actually process your application right. Okay, so no matter what you do, just make sure that you put yourself in this first call and second call. Okay, now let's scroll down here. Degree program with limited space, right? So you want to see date for the EU citizen, right? And you also want to note uh, the other deadlines and required documents. So you don't want to miss out on that. Hello. So you don't want to miss out on that. You want to make sure that you actually check all your documents. Like I said yesterday, you want to make sure you put all of these documents together, put them in a single folder, arrange them properly, not when you need them, right? So you want to make sure you're actually prepared. Okay, so prepare yourself, get your curriculum vitae, I mean, your resume, you want to get that ready. You want to get your motivation letter, write them in English, actually, because the program we're going to be looking at are totally taught in English, and that is the concern. Okay, your transcript of record, especially your bachelor, and those who might want to actually look at PhD program, you want to get your master's credential also ready, right? So it is important you get that ready. Okay, so now if you also look at this, you are also going to see some extra information that are required. And one thing I always say is if you are coming from my own country, Nigeria, yeah, right, you want to make sure you go to your school where you've completed your bachelor degree and get a letter that says all your program has been taught in English, right? So that you don't have to go through the stress of writing English proficiency certification again in the likes of IELTS and the rest. Okay, so you want to make sure you get yourself this certificate uh, letter, right, to help you reduce that stress or to cater for your language certification concern. Okay, once you are ready with all of these documents, then you are able or ready to start your application. Okay, deadline. Like I always said, is important. The application has opened since 2nd of November and is going to end 2nd of February. That's for the first call. The second call is going to start in March, 2nd of March, and is going to end 2nd of May. So please put that into consideration. And this is why I'm bringing you this information right now so that you don't miss out on any important information. Okay, so far, what we've discussed, if you have questions, you want to drop them at the comment box, like we did yesterday, so that I can actually give response to them before we continue. And can those that stay outside Italy apply? Yes, of course. So Liam is asking if those who actually stay outside Italy can apply. Okay, so the information we found on that page says you must submit your application in this first call, right, or second call if you reside outside Italy, right? So this is the time applications are open, or most of the schools in Italy are open right now, and you want to make sure you actually get yourself prepared. So one thing is each country have timelines, right? And that is one of the reason I'm having my free webinar this weekend. So, like I said yesterday, if you've not registered for that free webinar, because I'm going to be talking about other European countries that you can apply to, I'm going to be walking you through my list of over 200 program database where you can find your program, find the school that have that program, submit your application to it, step-by-step information about your proof of fund, and all of those information are already organized for you if you attend my free webinar this weekend. Okay, so each country have their deadline, right? And you want to make sure you've positioned yourself uh, not to miss out on important information. So the information we have here says if you are not outside Italy, then you can still apply to the third call. Okay. If not, you want to make sure everything you are doing are being submitted within the first call or second call. Liam, I hope that answers your question. Okay. So please, can I apply without a SAT exam for an undergraduate program? Okay, so let me answer our question. So, if you want to apply to undergraduate program, one thing is each program also have requirements, right? So, though we are going to go to the program list. So before we go to the program list, I just want to answer this quick question. You know, I always say it when you are finding information, you find the program. When you find that program, you want to click on the program information itself to see the required document for that particular program. So you don't just want to rely on the general information for everyone. You also want to see maybe there's a particular requirement coming from your own department or faculty before you submit your application. So I cannot say if you are going to need information to uh, if you are going to need to write SAT exam for your undergraduate program. So it depends on the information. Okay, so I'm going to drop a link to my free webinar right now for those who might want to apply. Or the best thing you can actually do is to make sure you find a link to my Telegram channel or my WhatsApp channel. I'm going to drop the link right there. Okay. So make sure you join any of those channels. I will drop the link to for the registration there. I've sent email to those who have actually subscribed to my newsletter. So if you've not subscribed to that also, I don't know what you are waiting for. Okay. Now let's go back. So we've talked about how to apply. We've talked about the documents you needed. We've talked about timeline, right? Then the next thing we want to talk about now is to look at programs, right? So if you look at this section, you see that we have master degree program documents here, and at the top, the first one we have the bachelor, right? So now we need to go back and look at the programs now. So the easiest way you can actually look at programs is to actually come to this section. Okay, so if you come up right here under this section under the bachelor, okay, so this is it here. So you might want to click on here, and if you read it here, say some degree program may open the first call to non-EU citizen only, while the second call, some degree may not open on the second call actually. So I will just go to the general information portal and maybe just come here. You might want to select arriving in Padua. All of this information is already here for you. Okay, so if you scroll down right here, you can see some extra information like FAQ for international students and all of those. But one thing you want to do is to click on find programs. So if you click on this find program, you are actually going to see all the programs that are available for you here. Okay, so last year I assisted someone to apply to Padua, and I was happy he actually got it. But one of the things that I learned applying to Padua was that if you are going to apply to Padua, you cannot apply to Padua without uploading English language letter. Okay, you cannot apply with the letter that says your program has been taught in English, right? So you want to make sure you include that in your documents. Okay, so if you are not ready with that document, because as at the time of submitting the application, I get stuck, right? Processing the application for this person, and we got a request that says we need to upload the letter, even though the person is actually coming from Nigeria. Okay, so if you then come right here to the section here, you can see that we have over 180 program, right? But out of this 180 program, there are just 61 of them that are taught in English. Okay, so this is where your filter is going to start from. Okay, so if you click on, I'm going to uncheck Italian right now, then you can actually see all of this. So if you are looking for bachelor, that is Liam. So Liam was talking about bachelor or something. So if you are looking for bachelor, you want to come here. There are some rights here that you can apply to. I also want to uncheck this so that so if you pay attention to this now, we have 180. So you want to click on find program. You can see that none of the program actually have uh, 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 clickable button. Only this, then the rest doesn't have clickable links, which means for those who might want to apply to any of this program, this is the one that is that you can apply to. So to make your work easier, you can always come here and click on this filter that says only show programs I can apply to as at this time. So because we have the information here that says some of them are not open in the first call. The first call for application, some are in this application. So you want to keep your eyes on this portal. Be sure that you actually get to check this portal from time to time and know when the application are open for the program that interests you. Okay, so I will go to master section right now, and I'm going to click on find my program. Now, when I click on find my program, we have 54 programs right here. Okay, you can see that some of them have the apply now button, while some of them does not have it. Okay, so you don't just want to assume that these programs are not open for application. But one thing I want to do is out of this 54 program, I want to click on this button that says show me the program that I can apply to right now, so that I can narrow down the search. Okay, from 54 results, we have 47 of this program that you can apply to immediately. Okay, so whatever your program of interest is, you want to go ahead now to start the application. Okay, and the cost of tuition right now is actually 2,700. Okay, so if you think uh, this is not low enough, then I don't know where you're going to see this. Okay, so check your program, start your application, follow the step we've looked at, and then come back here and seek for the scholarship that we've talked about. Okay, so it's as simple as that. Some of these funding are not automatic, right? So if you come back to invest your talent, so invest your talent is like a form of opportunity for international students, right? That comes every year, which is supported by the Italian government, right? So you want to make sure that you come back to the funding information page. So I told you that you should target this Aquas and also invest your talent, then also the fee waiver, okay? Then also the international uh, about. Okay, so if you then go back, so if you go back to this page, so I've opened up this page right now. If you go back, then you can see more information. Now, let's come back to the page we have to apply. If you come to how to apply full degree program for masters, right? So if you are looking for bachelor, you want to look at any of those information. I'll click on bachelor masters. Okay, so you don't have luxury of information here. So all of this does you don't even need all of these things, because when I was doing the application for someone last year, it was pretty straightforward. Okay, so and earlier this year, I think around February or so, I also did another application for someone to the same school, right? So it is pretty straightforward, unless if you need admission support and you want to reach out to me for a one-on-one admission support, or you want to have a one-on-one call section with me. You can also reach out to me on my Instagram. You can message me, and we can schedule a one-on-one call section together to give answers to your concern. Okay, so you want to make sure you read more information, and if you have any other concern that you think you want to reach out to the school, you also want to get the email address from the school right here, right? Okay, so you also have the email right here that you can actually send message to. Okay, so I think pretty much everything I've covered today. So if you've get value, or you've gotten value from today's live stream, I want to hear your opinion. I want to get your feedback. What are your questions? Let me give answers to them before we end this session. Okay, so do they accept Duolingo as proof of English proficiency? Okay, so for those who might want to use Duolingo, it is stated that if you are not coming from a country where English has been the language of instruction, then you should actually provide IELTS. Okay, so should we go back to that session? But I think I found that information. So you want to make sure you provide IELTS. Okay, so let's go to that page. It is always good to get information than just assuming. Okay, right? So okay, so these are the acceptable English certification. So if you are not writing TOEFL, you are not writing IELTS, Cambridge ISO, Trinity College London, Oxford University Press, all of these Pearson Test of English Academy, all of these are the ones that you can actually use to uh, uh, clarify yourself that you can actually speak English fluently. If not, you want to follow what is required. Okay, so I think that answers your question, right? Is there any other question before we end the section? I think this should be a 30-minute call, but we are at 33 minutes already. Okay, is there any other question before we end the section? Is there any other question before I end the section? Okay, so I will stop sharing my screen right now, then probably uh, end the section. Okay, so if there's no other question, so today is the second day, so we have 5 more days. So for each of these 5 days, I'll bring you different schools with different funding opportunities that you can apply to, and you don't actually need to provide IELTS if you're coming from my own country. Okay, so thank you very much for those who joined. Make sure you subscribe, uh, get yourself into my Telegram channel so that you can get the link for the free webinar coming up this weekend. And I'm going to catch up with you again. Thank you.